Look at that. Yo.
That makes no sense.
Yo.
Guys, welcome to Stevachii Productions. I'm super excited for this. This is the first official podcast on this show. I have with me Jonathan Lowry, one of my good old friends. Man, we've gone back. Oh, wow. And so we have you guys saw a little snippet just now, right? Kind of crazy. You're probably like, what's going on? Very interesting story. Very interesting things that's going on right now. And we're kind of we're still freaked out. This isn't something that's boiled over. This is something that's currently happening now. I got a call today, actually. I need to tell you about it. But I'm going to go straight in and kind of tell you about what happened, how it first started, and where we are now. And then he's going to share a little bit from his point of view.
Let's do it.
So this is what happened. About a week and a half ago, I'm just chilling at home, and one of the guys, so we had a wedding, a mutual friend, was getting married, and so one of the guys had flown in, so he stayed at my place, and so him and I are talking, just catching up, and my phone's in my room, so I didn't realize, and okay, I'll be honest, my Apple Watch was off, just in case you're like, you have an Apple Watch, so phone's ringing in there. I didn't hear it. So we get done talking. I go in there and I have 3 missed calls from a mutual friend of ours. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't know why she's calling me. Especially at that time of night, if she was calling me, let's just say this, on the totem pole, if something was going wrong, there's 10 people before that she would call before me. Okay. So I'm kind of freaking out. And then so my roommate, I'm like, dude,
you dead?
Why did she call 3 times? So I call her back, and then, no answer. So now I'm really freaking out. And so so the next morning, I texted her and I was like, hey, is everything okay? If you need anything, let me know. No reply. Next morning, I'm at work and I get a text from her. She's like, hey, so sorry, I didn't realize that you called last night. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I was just returning your call, since you called. And she's like, I called you, I'm so sorry. So she's thinking she just butt dialed me or something. But I'm like, no, you called me 3 times. Okay, once is, that's a butt dial, but 3 times, that's not, that's, intentional. Yeah, so very. I'm like, no, you called me 3 times. And she goes, no, I called Jonathan 3 times. And I'm like, so she sends me a screenshot. She screenshots it, sends it to me, and I see it. And so it was increments of 2 minutes. It was 2, and so basically I see it and I'm like, oh, okay, well, hold up. So I sent her my screenshot of showing that she called 3 times at that exact same time that she had sent. It's nuts. So she's like, wait, what? That's crazy. So, okay, I'm like, all right, I don't know what happened. I don't know how that, I don't know what's going on. Now, here's the thing. Here's where it gets a little bit interesting. I'm from Indiana, so my area code is 317. His is 630, because he's from Chicago. Now, it would be one thing, it's okay, well, do you guys have the same phone provider? No, I have Sprint and he has Verizon. So it just makes, and we've never tampered or done anything with our phones.
Communication like that.
Exactly.
None of the above.
None of the above. So it's how is there any connection? All right, so then during that day, I get 2 calls, random numbers, and I'm like, okay, we all get random numbers, random companies trying to call us, and so I don't answer them. Well, they both, leave voice messages or mails, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'll listen to them. And they're like, hey, Jonathan, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, again? What's happening here? These are specific. One was for because you apply for jobs and stuff like that. Right. And so one was for hey, we're just calling you back. And then another was a doctor's appointment. And I'm just what is going on? So later that night, this is where I'm like, okay, I'm calling Jonathan. I get a call from another mutual of our friends. So this is where it's kind of okay, it's mutual friends as well. His name's Hudson. Shout out to Hudson. So he calls me, and I'm like, "Hey, Hudson, what's up?" Now it's kind of, I think it was around maybe 7:30 or something like that. 6. Okay, yeah. And he goes, "Hey." Now we all know that like the tone of someone when they're like confused or they're like, "Why are you on the line?" And so he goes, "Steven, wait, I didn't realize I called you." And then I go, "Oh, did you think you were calling Jonathan?" And he goes, "Yeah, wait, how'd you know that?" And I'm like, "Dude, you would not believe it. People are calling him and it's going to me." So I immediately call up Jonathan and I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what the heck's going on. This is weird. And is this happening to you?" Now, this is the thing. It's not happening. It's not where like people call me and they go to him. It's only when they call him, it goes to me. Yeah. So anyways, like it just has continued to happen. And it was funny. We were at church this past Sunday, and one of our boys, Austin Warrior, I was like, so a bunch of us are in the circle. We're just talking. We're all talking about sports, about the playoffs and stuff. And I'm trying to get Austin's attention. Like, "Dude, bro, I want you to try something." Because I was so curious. This is the first time I was with someone, like with a bunch of people. And I'm like, is this going to happen like on the spot? Or is this just, sometimes happening? So I go, "Dude, call Jonathan." Now, he has no idea what's happening. No idea why I'm asking you to do this. Now, Jonathan's right in front of us. So like to him, he's probably like, "Dude, what? Why do you want me?" He literally goes,
"Why does it matter?"
Yeah, like, why does it matter? And he literally goes, Jonathan's right there. And I was like, "Dude, trust me. Just call Jonathan." Man. He was a little distracted. He was wanting to talk about like the playoffs, understandable. But then finally he scrolls and he's really just not paying attention to what I was saying, honestly. And he gets to Jonathan's, name and he calls it. And he's just like, so one ring goes, two rings go, and then boom, my number, it shows that Austin's calling me. But it also, I didn't realize it, but it also shows that he was calling you. Yeah. So we're both getting the same call at the same time.
Well, it'll show up as a missed call on mine.
Okay, gotcha. And then everyone just goes crazy. People are like, "Wait, what? What's going on? Oh my gosh."
It was nuts.
It was insane. So that's pretty much the premise of what's happened. And from my point of view, now, I kind of want to ask you, Jonathan, like what's been going on through you? Like, how is this from your point of view? Like some of the weird things and just like, I'm sure frustration, that you've probably had.
Understand.
Right? like kind of share to us a little bit about, because this is the first time like I'm hearing your point of view from all this. But yeah, like what's going on for like you? Like how is this? What are you thinking?
Dude, like you said, you hit on the nail right at the beginning. I have no knowledge of it prior, like whatsoever, like none. I think that the first time was, I think it was last Thursday. I was hanging out with some friends and we were watching some movies at a friend's house, and I was calling my mom, and then I also got a call from you, and I got a missed call from Hudson. And then I got also a call from that mutual friend. And I'm like, what's happening? So in my mind, I'm thinking, like, not gonna lie, we were watching a movie, so I kind of ignored the calls at first because I was trying to watch the movie. But then I saw 3 at once, and I saw texts all saying the exact same sentence, and I was like, somebody died. I was like, so let me go actually pick this up and see what's going on. So I go over there and I call Steven back, and then Steven basically explains what he just said, and he's just like, dude, like, I don't know if you understand, but like everybody, I mean, like not just like your like mutual friends, I mean like your jobs, like hospital bills, and just the most random stuff, like people just calling, and it's going straight to Steven, and it doesn't make any sense. I was like, dude, no, it's not. And then like we waited, and then I had someone from the house I was at call me, and it went straight to Steven, and I was like, dude, this is insane. Like no way. Couldn't figure it out. I had no idea what was going on, and post that, I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, right now, backstory, I'm job hunting right now because of just kind of a job transition. So I've been applying for multiple places, and like a lot of the steps and processes, it's just basically like they're going to call you back, obviously, in return to set up an interview.
All of them.
I guarantee a big chunk of any of the interviews I would have had just didn't go through because they probably called and then Steven was like, yeah, I'm employed.
That's so to go off of that. That's actually what I was telling you that happened today. This is the first time that I actually picked up, knowing what's kind of going on. I was like, this is a random number, and I'm like, maybe it's for Jonathan. So I answered the call, and the lady on the line, she's like, hi, Jonathan. Just wanted to let you know. I was like, oh, sorry, ma'am. This is actually Steven. She goes, oh, okay. Sorry about that. Like, I'm not sure why he gave us the wrong number. And I'm like, no. Let me have my man's back. I was like, so, because I didn't want him to like, at first I thought it was like a job and everything. So I go, no. This, he didn't give you the wrong number. Honestly, I didn't know how to explain it, to be honest.
How do you explain it?
I was like, there's some weird thing going on with like our phones, and when people call him, it comes to me. I just want to let you know that like he didn't give you the wrong number. He's not ignoring you. They're like, oh, okay. Well, when you see Jonathan, or if you can tell him like he has a appointment on like doctor's appointment on Monday, and I'm just like, man, I know all your business. Like you've been calling me. But dude, yeah, I just like honestly, it's a little scary. Like,
yeah.
I was even thinking about this before we like got on here and started, and did this. I'm like, okay, it'd be one thing if it was like Sprint and
a mutual provider.
Yeah,
mishap,
exactly.
Like that, but it's completely different providers.
Completely different, and the fact that like when you think about some of the big competitors, Sprint and Verizon are head-to-head
like
competitors.
neck and neck,
yeah,
like all the time.
Like you even think like there's Verizon's spokesperson went over to Sprint. You know what I mean? Like it's just so for me, I mean, and I kind of want to hear maybe your thoughts. And guys, after the video, I mean, leave in the comments. First of all, if you know how to like fix this, let us know.
We could be dumb, and then you could look at this video like these guys are idiots because it's super simple. But we thought it was so necessary. It was still confusing.
Exactly. Yeah. So let us know if you know how to fix it. But also, if you don't know, put in the comments what you think might be happening. Now, I'll say what I think, and then you can go, your theories. But I mean, okay, look, a lot of us, we've heard the conspiracies of like how the government hears our calls, right? And it's getting intense, right? You get a little chills, right? And so I believe, some of that stuff. It's like, okay, I think that's conspiracy, or how they tap into your calls, or if you say certain words like bomb, right? And like it like so calls. They get like a red flag, and so they kind of tap in, into the context of that. And look, from a citizen's point of view, that kind of stuff I'm okay with, due to the fact that like I don't want them to stop a bomb or something like that if they can. Yeah. So that's fine. But I'm sure that there's like, we see movies, there's things that they could maybe be doing. Anyways, with this competitive thing with Sprint and Verizon, and there's a lot of changes. I was trying to look up some of the stuff that's going on, but I've heard there's a lot of changes going on with both coverages, and so it's kind of like, dang, like I don't know, Verizon, if you're watching this, or Sprint, if you're people from like up high in there, like, hey, we're just putting it out there. But second of all, like I don't know, I was just thinking like maybe Verizon's trying to get like tap into Sprint, and like I don't know, or Sprint's trying to do that. I don't really think it works the other way, just because like all the calls are going to me. Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a little scary though. Like I feel like I've felt like every time they've tried to reach Jonathan, I'm almost felt like the call's being monitored or something. Like I don't know, but this has never happened to me. I've never heard of this happening to anyone. That's kind of like my conspiracy of what's happening.
That's far out. I mean, like,
or a prank.
Yeah, it could easily be a prank, but I don't know, man. I'm super confused. I feel like that it definitely is just maybe a Verizon thing, which would be a shocker because Verizon, you expect quality from that company, so it's kind of confusing of why this happened in the first place. But to be honest, I think I might have just like pushed too many buttons one night doing something, because it doesn't make any sense. I don't think I've even held your phone. So like we haven't done anything mutually like with our phones, like setting up like a back dial or like all these different like second numbers or like emergency contact. None of the above.
Nope.
So it honestly just blows my mind that like I'm just never getting a job because it's all I can do is Steven. So I was gonna be gainfully unemployed.
Well, I mean, what I can do now, right, is like, you know how they ask for, you know, write down, you know, people that like, you know, could refer you or, you know, we can kind of like talk to or whatever.
Right.
Now I can be like, hey, before we get off this call, yeah, you tried to call Jonathan, it's going to me, but I just want to let you know, Jonathan, he's an awesome guy. Like, anyone hire this man, you know? So, you know, I can do that for you, bro.
Yeah, and then they're gonna look at the call and be like, wow, we're not hiring him. Because that doesn't make any sense. And it's just, we're at an impasse because there's no actual way to explain it. So all these companies are just like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, could you relay the message that we so look forward to hiring him? We're not hiring him. Like, just hiring him and just taking him aboard. It's not happening.
No. Oh,
But
dude.
it is what it is.
Yeah. No, it is. So, guys, look. We're not sure what the heck's going on. We wanted to get this video out, you know, prior to him. After this video, I'm going to try to get this up as quick as possible, but he's going to be going and talking to Verizon and trying to figure this out. I mean, to be honest, like as annoying it is for him, I'll be completely honest, it's really annoying for me because I'm getting all these random calls.
I'm getting some calls now.
Okay.
Like I got some calls today from certain places, like a job and then like a place for an appointment. So I only know how it works, kind of just switches up, like just how it wants to go. Because some days you'll get all of them, and some days I'll get some. Because if it went to you and then it went to me, the conversation would follow as like, oh, is this actually Jonathan? Like they would just verify, but they like when I answer the phone, it's like they're just now talking to me like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
So some of the calls must be coming to me.
Okay.
And maybe it's working a little bit more, but we can test the theory out again. But
yeah. What we're gonna do is, you know, after we kind of have the podcast, you're gonna see one what the teaser was, the full of it, but also just like it happening in real time. We're gonna make sure we don't put our actual numbers out there, but you will be able to see how like my number, you know, starts with 317, his is 630, and how just weird this is. But yeah, guys, that's this podcast. I hope you guys liked what we talked about. Honestly, I mean, we didn't really plan. I didn't plan for this to be my first podcast. But hey, here it is. And look, in the first podcast, I talked to you guys about how I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Yeah. What we were going to talk about. You guys didn't know. And here we are. And I'm still confused about everything that's
it's an interesting first take. So.
Yeah. So, guys, hope you like it. Check out it actually happening. And we'll see you next time on Stevachii Productions. Thanks, man. See you guys. All right, guys, as you can see, mine is 317, and then when she swipes it, we had to take like photos of it, snapshots.
Yeah.
Just because of our numbers, we don't want them going out there. But you can see that his is 630. Okay, so she's gonna actually call Jonathan right now. So you can just go to your contacts and you can call him. I got amazing Diana.
Hello.
Jonathan again.
All right, I'm calling Jonathan right now.
Okay, so she's calling Jonathan. And let's
I'll
just
put that on speaker.
look at that. Yo!
Oh,
That makes no sense.
Yo! Look, you can even see. It's on my phone.
Look at my phone. It shows up as a missed call. Nothing.
Oh,
Wait,
my
click
God.
on that, dude.
That's insane.
Click on that. Oh my gosh! The exact time. Look at the time. It's 107, and it's 107, and it's calling on my freaking Apple Watch. Unbelievable.
I don't know why that happened.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
I don't know what's going on, but that's literally what we just talked about that whole time. Anyways, we wanted to do that, show you guys in real time how crazy that is. Gotta go get it fixed now. But leave in the comments what you think is going on, your conspiracy, or if it's just a...
Thought it was a prank. It's not a prank.
It's not a prank.
No, there's no way it's a prank, because this person would be the best prankster in the world. So, alright, we just wanted to do that for you guys, and yeah.